Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an awesome day so far. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get this dewy, glowy winter skin. I love glowy looks. So today I'm going to be showing you how to get this look. It is all drugstore makeup. So I'm going to be teaching you tips and tricks on how to make your skin look like glass, basically, and it's all going to be very affordable. So if you're interested, then please keep watching. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because if you haven't already, it's rude. Alright, let's get on with the video. The very first thing I'm going to do is very important to me. Right now, I'm in Chicagoland area. It's freezing out. My lips are chapped. So I have been using this Aquaphor lip repair chapstick, lip balm, I don't know, but I wear this as much as I can, wear it very religiously. It's very nice, and I will say, out of all of the chapsticks, this one works the best for me. I just feel like your lips can make or break your look, so it's very important to make sure that your lips look good. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I'm going to do for a little bit of dew before I go and do anything super important is use my Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rosewater. So this, let me explain this. I categorize this as drugstore because it is $7. You can buy it at Ulta, and as you know, if you've been to Ulta, they kind of have their half drugstore, half prestige side. This isn't on either side, it's in the skincare section. I think it's worth including in this video. And it would not be an animating video if I did not include it. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is brows. I am using the e.l.f. Lock-On Liner and Brow Cream. This is in the shade Espresso. So to do my brows, I like to start in the kind of in the middle of my brow and make little really light, straight as can be, little lines forward towards the front of my brow. And then once I get like that line of the bottom of my brow, I'm going to go ahead and start to push the product up into my brow to blend it out. Then I go and work on the tail of my brow. This is kind of more of just like a straight line draw for me. I don't do the whole feather thing. And then you just want to match the top line with the bottom line and bring those two bad boys together, and then you kind of just have to fill in the blank spots. To clean up my brows, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It's great. I use this all the time. I tend to always come back to Maybelline as well. So yeah, I really like their foundations and concealers for drugstore. They're great. Kind of start here in the arch and drag it to the tail. Moving on to primer, I am using the NYX Pore Filler. This has been one of my favorites the last couple of years. I use this on and off. I always like to try new things, but I do tend to keep coming back to this. This is tried and true. I'm only going to be placing this in areas where I want to kind of fill my pores. So for me, that's going to be my T-zone and a little bit on my down here on my chin. So the T-zone is like, you know, T right here. So my nose, a little bit at the center, lower center of my forehead, and then by my chin. So you want to kind of press this into your skin. You really don't want to swipe this product, but if you do, make sure you're going kind of down and you're, you know, really pressing it in. This product does tend to ball up, so you really cannot do stuff like this. You know, the whole rubbing it into your skin, that doesn't really work for this product, so do be aware of that. It's best to really just kind of press like this. The purpose of this is obviously to fill your pores. This is going to leave kind of like a really velvety smooth texture on your skin once it's rubbed in properly. So that will kind of provide a really nice, clean, smooth base for the foundation to just glide over instead of fall into your pores. So that's that. And then next, since we're trying to be dewy, I have this Wet and don't drag me for this, but I'm using two primers because I'm extra. This is the Photo Focus Face Primer Dewy Lumino from Wet n Wild. It looks like this. And I didn't know this till just now, but this is a vegan product. I'll zoom you in. Vegan in the shade Till Prime Do Us Part. Back to business. I don't want to put this all over my face. However, I am going to be putting it onto like the higher points of my face that I definitely, you know, need some shine on, some life. So I am going to use my Real Techniques Complexion Sponge. I was about to say Beauty Blender, but that is not it. One thing I will say is really important for your sponge is make sure you use warm water. I know they say you can use it wet or dry, so do you, but if you're going to use it wet, make sure you use warm water, because I have noticed like on mornings when I just don't have time to like wait the extra 5 seconds for warm water to kick in, I do notice it's harder it is harder to blend out products on your face. They don't blend out as well. They don't melt into your skin. It's harder. So just take the 5 seconds, wait for the warm water to warm up, and everything's going to be fine. So I'm using my sponge to apply this to the higher points of my face, like I mentioned. So it's going to be my cheekbones. That sounded weird. My cheekbones. And yeah, it's really pretty. You could even just kind of wear this, like if you are really going for a no makeup but you want a little bit of glow but you don't want to do highlight, this would be a really good option. I really like this. I forgot how much I like this. And I am going to bring a little bit of it under my eye too, just to give me that extra little dew. So now we are dewy to the max for primer. We are not done with this makeup tutorial. For foundation today, I am using my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup. And there is some sunscreen in this. But I figured I would mention that because a lot of foundations that do have a sunscreen in it kind of do the whole flashback thing in flash photography, so you'll be able to tell. Which honestly, I have taken pictures with this foundation with flash, and I don't think it looks that bad. But maybe that's because I'm also really white, so it doesn't make a huge difference. I'm going to start by putting my foundation on, pouncing it into my skin. Again, I'm using the same sponge that I used for the primer. I think it's a smidge too light for me, but when I'm done with my makeup, it's gonna look really good. We're gonna have it all tied together, but I just can't tell. It's like, it's like, yeah, that looks good, and then I turn my head and I'm like, For contour today, I'm switching it up a little bit. I am using the Wet n Wild MegaGlo contour stick. This is in the shade Where's Walnut. How cute. I do like to use the LA Girl concealer to contour a lot, but recently I've been feeling like that's just too dark for me. Like it's too much. And but it is still drugstore. It's a great product. It was all the rage. I think it's all the rage. It was a really big hit on Instagram like a year or two ago. It's a great product. It's like $4. You can buy it at Ulta for sure. I know that because that's where I bought mine. Honestly, what I'm gonna do is draw on the back of my hand like so. I'm going to use the big side of my sponge to pick that product up and contour that way. And that worked out well for me. I like that. Wow, that looks nice. And then just because I can, I'm just going to go up the sides of my nose here. Obviously, I'm not doing anything super precise. And then since the whole point of this tutorial is dewy, natural, glowy, I just dipped my full face of makeup into water and now it's drying off look. I am using this highlighter from NYX. This is in the shade Sun Kissed Crushed, and I'm just kind of going to do, you know, the same thing. So this obviously is not as dark as that contour shade was, but I do want just a little bit more sheen, a little more shine. I want my cheeks to be seen from outer space. So I'm just going over that real quick just to add that much extra shine. And the whole reason that I'm putting everything on the back of my hand as opposed to just putting it on my face is because obviously I have not set my face yet, and sometimes when you're applying another stick of something this large onto your foundation, if you're not using a heavy enough hand, the product's not getting on your face, but if you're using too heavy of a hand, you're taking your foundation off and disrupting everything underneath. So to avoid all of that mess, I'm doing this technique. And this technique think also helps, it's really nice to not have to actually blend out lines on your face. I think that's one thing that helps to make a lot of stuff look, you know, natural and blended, is not having any lines on your face to begin with. So you guys are probably going to throw something at me. I have a lot of NYX sticks here today. This is another Bright Idea Illuminating stick. This is in the shade Coralicious. So this is going to be my cream blush. I am going to go over top of these products after I'm done with all this cream stuff with a powder, just to set everything in. You know, if you're going somewhere where you're going to, you know, not have access to a sponge all day or to retouch your makeup, it's helpful to set lightly with, you know, like products. So I have my blush on my hand. It looks really pink in person. I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to do it. And I'm just going to work that into my skin. And I have been kind of like almost doing the same thing with my bronzer. The same thing with my, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going like literally right on top of my bronzer is what I'm trying to say. I will say though that cream blush definitely does look a lot more natural than a powder blush. For concealer today, I'm using the Dream Lumi Highlighting Concealer. Just trying to read the French side. Okay, so just a dabble do ya. You're just gonna hit, I'm just hitting this area right here. We're going to use the other side of my sponge to go ahead and work that in. Bring it up the sides of your nose, kind of create that triangle shape that you normally would. Bring it a little bit on top of your blush. And then my forehead highlight, I just kind of go ahead and blend down the center of my nose as well. And there you go, you are highlighted. And this I bought recently. This is my NYX Illuminating Stick in the shade Chardonnay Shimmer. It's so pretty. Swipe up a bunch of product and just where you would place your highlight, put this bad boy down. I'm gonna use this thing all summer. It's so pretty. Oh yeah. She's glowy. Okay, so I'm going to only be setting the areas where I use concealer. This is the AirSpun Loose Face Powder. This one is in the shade Naturally Neutral. I didn't realize that there were different shades of this, so thank God I bought the right shade on accident. It could have been disastrous. Pick up a little bit of product, look up, and just set where you put that concealer, girl. If you are concerned about pores, this presses the product into your skin really nicely. So anywhere where your makeup tends to fall apart throughout the day, go ahead and set that. For me, that's around kind of my nose where I was just working on here because I do wear glasses. And it's helpful to put on the least amount of powder as possible because powder, unless it has like a glow to it, which my setting powder does not, it will not dull you out, but if you're wearing a glowy product, it takes away the glow. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, so that is like the cream skin part, and you could totally leave your skin like this. On any normal day I would, but I'm pretending that I'm going to go out and go run errands all day and see my friends later and then go on a date with my boyfriend and then not come home till midnight. So we're acting like this is going to be on all day, so I do want to do a little bit extra. So I'm going to go over everything like I mentioned. First, I'm going to start with contour. I just now found this in my sister's room, so I've never used this product before. I realized I didn't have a matte bronzer. So now I know you're like, matte? Well, I thought that this was a dewy look. Well, it is, but I like to go in with a matte first, and then I'm going to go in with like another bronzy, golden, shimmery bronzer, you know? So this is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. This one is in the shade Cappuccino. I'm just taking a little bit of it on a brush. I'm barely touching my skin because I don't want to disturb any of my creams. And we're just going to go over top of it like that. And if my hairs could get off my face, just going over all of the areas that you cream contoured. Just for a little added definition, that's all it is. Nothing to be afraid of here. So that other product that I showed you is this Milani Baked Bronzer. It's beautiful. Milani had, I don't know what's happening here. Milani has really gorgeous skin products, so if you haven't tried them, I highly recommend it. You can buy Milani at Walgreens, I'm pretty sure at Walmart, anything that starts with a wall. And I'm just going to really lightly, with swirling motions, just kind of like hit my whole cheek, just to add a little bit of that shine back in, you know? For blush today, I picked my favorite drugstore blush. Again, this is Milani. You guys have seen me use this 1,010 times on my channel. This is in the shade Luminoso. I'm going to be patting. Then I'm just going to do like a little bit up here on the hairline, and then with whatever's left down there on the chin, just to... So I'm just going to dip into the product this way, get a little bit of it off on my hands, and then just go over top of my blush and get my hair out of my cheek. I think that would really help me. Oh, and by the way, this is the Physicians Formula Natural Glow Muru Muru Butter Blush. It smells really nice. It smells like coconuts. For highlights, I am going to show you a couple of cute little options here. One is this Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter. This one is in the shade Gold Lights. It's really, really pretty if you're going for a golden glam highlight. And the other one I have to show you was kind of like all the rage. I got it this time. All the rage a little while back as well. Sorry, when I try to talk, when I have a sentence in my mind, the words come out so jumbled, so I'm so sorry. Because I feel like also when I edit my videos, I catch, like I'm watching myself, obviously, I catch so many mistakes where I'm like, you literally left a word out of the sentence. Who does that? Anyway, this is the Wet n Wild MegaGlo Highlighting Powder in the shade... Honestly, I don't know if there is a shade. Look for one that's like a really, really light peachy gold. That's the one I'm using. Picking it up with my sponge because that's just what we do around Hill. And then you're just gonna just lay that girl down. This whole side of my cheek is just like... Hit the chin. Then get your nose, girl. Next, to make everything melt into our skin, setting spray time. This is, obviously, I already said it before, the Badescu Rosewater spray. I'm going to bathe in it for just a little minute. Let the product do its job. Right now, my face is wet, so that's why I look extra shiny. Now you want to go in with the flat side of your sponge and really work everything that's on your skin into your skin. Just press, 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 press. Next up, mascara, girl. This is the Snapscara from Maybelline. It's been great. No complaints so far. It's supposed to come off very easy with water, and it does. It comes off in like chunks and fibers, so you don't get the whole raccoon eye thing going on. Unless you're into that, then I don't know. This is not the mascara for you. Now, my friends, it is time for lashes. Just got glue on the actual lash. Great. I am using the Wispies from Ardell. These are a great option for drugstore lashes. And then the glue I'm using is the Duo Lash Glue. And the trick to making lashes look natural is basically put them right on where your lashes come out of your skin. That's the best way for me to describe it to you. Wow. So that's the difference a nice, light little fluffy lash makes. It's just easier for you to bat your eyes. And the really nice thing about these lashes too is they are so light. The band is so thin. It literally feels like I'm not wearing lashes. Almost dropped my lash. We are in the home stretch. We're going to finish off with some lips today. For a lip liner, I honestly don't know if this brand even exists anymore, but I bought this at Walgreens. This is the brand Jordana. It's their lip liner in the shade Baby Berry. And for my lip color today, it's actually not a nude. I know. This is the NYX Slip Tease. This is in the shade Low Key. And this is their, I think they call it lip oil, full color lip oil. This is really nice. I wore this last night for a couple of hours. When I saw it, I was fully expecting it to be matte, but it's not. It definitely has that satin finish to it. we're here. The finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This is a very glowy, dewy look that I know is going to last me all day. I really love to use drugstore products, A, because they are less expensive, so you can buy more stuff and experiment, and B, because there are actually really high quality drugstore products out there. So everything that I use today on my face is listed down below with a link to the product, and I highly recommend them. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Leave a comment if you have any questions, or if you want to tell me something or request a video. I will be replying, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. There's also a little notifications bell down there if you want to be notified when I post a new video. And you can find me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. It's all down below. It's all down below. If you want to hang out and chat about makeup, come find me. And yeah, have a great day, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.